It's Q&A time. Your questions, my answers. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Rebecca. If you're new, this will be great for you to get to know me. And if you've been around before, you know what it's like. So I put on Instagram and the YouTube community page to ask a question because I am running out of content. Just kidding. And these are fun excuses. I was going to do it like a get ready with me while I talk. And then I'm like, I'm not very good at that. So, I mean, I sort of do that, but it's a lot. So I just decided to put my makeup on. And then I'm going to film this and answer your question. I was like, I'm just going to throw a quick face on to film this and then take my mom to the eye doctor. What is this? This is like full glam. I mean, I'm not wearing lashes, but this is not what I intended. This makeup look did not turn out the way I wanted it. I don't even know if I like it. I mean, I kind of dig the lip. It's a drugstore kind of Korean brand lip ink matte thing. I like it, but okay. I'm terrible at saying people's handles, but on Instagram, TR109 Mike. See, this is my problem. TR109, I never say them right. I'm like the worst when I try to spot vanity plates and sound them out, you know? Okay, so she asks, okay, best matte bronzer and blush for aging skin. Well, let me give you a drugstore version, and that is, honestly, Makeup Revolution, or Revolution Beauty, and there is a big matte bronzer. And then the, as well as Maybelline, there's like just a very pale matte bronzer. And then as far as going up a little bit more expensive, and let's not forget the number 7, that bronzer. And then the Jouer bronzers, and I'm trying to think of one that's kind of matte, soft. It's like, and then blush, same. I would say, I would actually say Almay and Jouer for blushes. If you're talking powder, because if you say matte, I assume you mean powder blush. Yeah. Okay. Gina asks your kids' ages and are they in college? So my daughter Emma is 22. She is finishing her senior year of college. She is going to get a degree in animal science. She is pre-vet. Actually, I think she switched. She's not pre-vet. She's I forget what she is, but she's learning a ton about agriculture. She is getting to do things on like help calve, and is telling me all the food myths of what marketing and kind of the health people, gurus, want to say about the meat industry that is primarily false. Like when it comes to hormones and antibiotics and grass-fed versus feed-fed, you know, that kind of thing. So it's very interesting. And my son, he is 19 and he is in college and he is studying film, which is incredible because I am biased. I think he's very gifted. He is interested in behind the camera. He is a cinematography, photography, just nerd. He loves that stuff. And so he and I get to geek out over films all the time because I am a huge just movie lover, cinemaphile, I guess you could say. And he's introduced me to films that even were before both our times, but I never bothered with. But then he's sort of opened my eyes to the beauty of different aspects of it, and I'm like sharing the stuff I like. And because I'm a theater major, I love talking about, we love talking about storytelling and just, yeah, we like that realm. So So that's that. Anyone in the film industry watching this, DM me if you've got a job for him, or vet, DM me. Okay. Oh, is it Lannis Queen 10? I never know what I'm reading. Can we see more Phoebe, please? Yes. She's just such a little stinker. Once, now that we have Toff, Phoebe has become a very just like independent woman. She snuggles me in the evenings and the mornings. So she still has her couch time with me. But Toff is just so much energy that I think Phoebe kind of just finds her spot to be quiet. And, you know, she's like under a chair all day hiding. Annika, I love your clothing hauls. Could you please do more? Puffy sleeves. Oh, girl, I'm wearing a puffy sleeve shirt today. Yes, clothing hauls are fun. I feel like I have a lot of clothes. I also feel like whenever I find clothes, they're clearance or secondhand, so it's very hard to post their links. I'm trying to avoid Amazon clothing hauls. There's a problem with fast fashion in our world, and I'm not 100% against Amazon clothes, but I just want to be careful of my consumption. So I do fall temptation to that, and some things are really, there's just some great things there, and if you need something in a pinch, sometimes they're the place to go. But yeah, so yeah, I will try to do more clothing hauls. And she asks also, if you could only pick one moisturizer, what would it be? Ooh, girl. Oh, okay, so you guys, and I know this goes against like sponsored posts I've done and you know, the things I've talked about in terms of anti-aging, because of course with retinols and vitamin C, and like there's Paula's Choice, and there's Good Science Beauty, and there's dermatology, and there's just like so many brands and great things out there. But honestly, the La Roche-Posay right now, Cica Balm, if that moisturizer is literal, is like, if I was on a desert island, that is the one I would pick right now. It's just been so soothing on my skin. Oh, and how is my lovely mother doing? Thank you for asking. She's doing well. She is, you know, she's got some obstacles with her vision. Her movement is impaired. She's got cancer. You know, it's just sort of hanging out. It's just sort of part of her life. It's a slow growing metastases. So she just has it monitored, and then any of the drugs that she would be on to try to remove it would just make her miserable and weak. And so, yeah, so she's good. She is definitely still grieving my dad. It's been 2 years, and it just, some days are much better. And the pandemic and her health issues and grief, I mean, it's a lot, and her world is upside down, and I'm doing the best I can, and I'm grateful. So yeah. Favorite drugstore concealer? Oh, yes. Well, for someone over 50. I know I've shared this a ton, but this CoverGirl Simply Ageless, buy it at Target or Walmart or somewhere that's not $17, because it's ridiculous, some retailers, but it can be about $12. This product is very strange at first because it doesn't have a sponge dough foot. It has a ceramic, so you apply it with like a massaging motion and it distributes product. But honestly, for the coverage and the amount of the way it wears and the fact that it moisturizes and brightens the under eye area, it's just a really, really good concealer. So I think that right now for drugstore, for mature eyes, is the one. Zeke asks, when did I cut my hair shorter? That's a good question. I guess in terms of my YouTube time frame, when I started YouTube, I had long hair. I don't know, 6 years ago? 8 years ago? Yeah, I just decided, I think I kept sort of, you know, as I'm watching like the Real Housewives, And I was watching how they all have the same hair with the long hair and the layers. And I'm like, which is like the Victoria's Secret supermodel hair of the early 2000s that basically I tried to emulate. And I feel like if I could, some people pull that off beautifully. And I felt like I never found it. I tried and I tried and I just, so then I thought, you know what? I'm a bob girl. I'm a Robert girl. I love a bob. I love a lob. I love a bob. I can't go too short because of the way my neck, chins, jaw kind of, you know, I prefer. I know what I like. So Lori asks, in your opinion, what are the pros and cons of being a YouTube influencer? And plus, I love your videos. Thank you, Lori. Pros and cons. Oh my God, like anything else. Okay, pros. Doing what I really enjoy. I mean, I really just love beauty products and skincare. I'm obsessed. Trying things, buying things and using it as an excuse because it's my job. Getting product from brands that I've admired. The cons are just, I think with anything where imposter syndrome, where you second guess yourself, you constantly doubt in this day and age of stuff being put out on the internet, is somebody going to figure out a way to use that against me, even though it seems perfectly benign and nothing from me, but then it's perceived incorrectly, or, you know? Yeah. And I think just that feeling of kind of FOMO. I think the cons of having a platform on social media and having to rely on that, because I can't ban social media. I can't just be like, I'm going to delete social media from my phone because it's totally my job. I feel like having that fear of missing out can really work against you when you're trying to, like, I'm trying to focus, or I'm trying to take time off, or I'm trying to not let things get to me. And you just kind of go, oh, well, they're doing that, so maybe I should do that, you know? Yeah. Kelly, in your own opinion, do you think that some YouTube influencers are way too obsessed with not aging? Personally, I don't feel that you are. I like your videos because you seem sincere. Thank you. Yeah. I think YouTube is, I think the platform reflects the community. You know, I mean, I think it's this cycle of, we are told we need to look younger. We've been told that since like mid-20s, because when you were 18, you wanted to look mature, and then you hit a point in your 20s where you're like, oh, I need to just like halt everything and just not look old. And then we're told in our 40s whatever we can do to look younger. And then of course it's like, but not dress. You can't dress young. Your face can look young, you can work out, and you want to keep that young looking body. But if you wear shorts that are too short, or jeans that have too many holes in them, then, you know, that's inappropriate. You know, and it's like, what? So I don't blame, I just feel like we're all doing our best. And there's people who maybe get wrapped up in a obsession or a focus, a fixation on, you know, whether it's their Botox or it's their lip fillers or whatever. I don't know. I mean, I'm just using that as an example. And it's hard to kind of just embrace the person you are in the decade you are in. I'm grappling with that all the time. I'm like, you know what? Sometimes I think my laugh lines and my kind of more thinner complexion, I'm like okay with. And I'm like, you know what? I feel strong. I feel sort of like it makes me more determined. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, I just want that like plump kind of vitalness to, you know, just look like that. So it's hard to look at your face and go, whoa, that's what I look like. And then sometimes I look at my face and I go, that's not bad. So I guess, yes, I guess there is sort of a fixation on trying to look young. And I am trying to not fall into those traps. And if I do, because I don't want anyone else out there to feel bad if I say, you need to stop doing this because you're looking old. You know, like, come on, you know, what's wrong with looking old? How about let's look old but good? Like, let's look sexy but old. Let's look stylish but old. You know, like, what's wrong with that? Oh, Sarah, Better Off Red. What do you miss the most about classic beauty YouTube days 2012 to 2020? Everything I have said above. The scrutiny on social media, the second guessing. I put up stuff, I put content up more frequently with less filter, governor, like second guess than I do now. There could be because my life is different. I don't have the time to upload and create content like I did before, feels, but yeah. Also, I feel like there was a lot more casual collaborations. I feel like the community has become large and it's amazing in some aspects because I feel like I really have connected with people, but I also feel like I'm on my own island of like, I don't know anyone in my area. I don't hang out. I don't do events. I don't. Yeah, Sarah, have me on a live stream. Come do my makeup for Halloween. But yeah, so. And also I think subscribe, commenting on each other's. I feel like the YouTube community, like we don't comment on our stuff that each other create because we're all trying to just churn out the content, so I never have time to watch other people's content. Cece asks, how do I keep it together as a caretaker, mom, wife, and YouTuber, all while dealing with menopause? It's called hormone patches. I truly think that my estrogen, I forget what they're called, yeah, have been a game changer. I started those in December and they are a tiny micro dose of estrogen. I have the Mirena IUD, so that is a bit of progesterone. And I've been seeing a few doctors talk on social media about the fact that you want a little bit of both. And I really appreciate my gynecologist for listening to me and helping, you know, really trying to help me. So I still have weird episodes where I think I'm having a heart attack, where I think I'm having a panic attack, or I am. It's not so much the hot flashes as much as the fatigue and kind of nausea. It's that feeling of like morning sickness, like you're pregnant, and it's very strange because you're going, am I getting the flu? What's happening, you know? So I would say the hormone patches. And also, I have a wonderful husband who supports me. My kids are, I really have a good family system that is, we're very connected. We're kind of codependent. It's probably dysfunctional in ways, but I do have a lot of support. I think that having viewers like you folks being supportive and kind and smart has been huge in kind of carrying me through. So I feel like I can sort of do everything, you know, like, oh, I can do my YouTube because it's fun. And then, oh, my kids are like mature and reach out to me and that's fun too. And then, oh, my husband is so great because he takes care of stuff at home and his work, and then I can go take care of my mom. And my mom is my biggest cheerleader. Like, she's constantly cheering me on and praising me. So, you know, yeah. Cresta S asks, would you have purchased the MetaCube if it had not been sent to you? Good question. Yes. I think so. Because I have seen it reviewed on other channels, like I think Penny Smith, Tati loved it. Yeah, there were, I was like, whoa, these guys are reviewing it too? I feel like I'm in good company. So I think that if seeing the demos and seeing the befores and afters and things like that, I would purchase it, and I'm still using it. So I'm so happy with it, truly. I will do, I was thinking I need to do a follow-up like in a month or so, so you guys can see more long-term, like, look, this is what it's still doing for me. I really feel like this area of mine has improved since a few months ago. So, Vegas date nights. Is there any advice you could give to a YouTube channel trying to grow? P.S. I love your videos. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, okay, so look, I've been doing this a long time and my channel is still very small. So I do not have the answers on growing my audience like viral and look at me, I've got, you know, I'm now at 500,000, woohoo, you know, like there's a lot of things I could be doing that I have chosen not to because I just don't have the capacity right now to manage it. This is still like a side gig for all the other things in life that I'm dealing with. So I think with that said, when people say just, you know, jump in, don't, if you want to start one or if you started one and you're growing, keep at it. I mean, definitely persistence is key. And also check out there's channels, there's like Beauty and the Vlog. She interviews YouTubers and talks about their growth and has different advice for what to focus on. Stick with it. Make sure your editing is tight, because I think my regret for previous videos is not necessarily the equipment I had, not necessarily the makeup looks I had, but just kind of this casual editing. Like, I really think that newer channels, some of the stuff that they include is sort of this kind of dead air time, and I do it and have done it, and I'm always like, oh God, I could have just, you know, we don't need that. We don't need to watch that thought process I'm going through. Be yourself, but keep it tight. Tammy asked, what is your quick out the door look? This, of course, no. It usually consists of like, it's always sunscreen, sometimes like a powder foundation, you know, an eyeshadow crayon and mascara, and like a CoverGirl, like an eyeshadow brow, an eyebrow gel, like CoverGirl or something. Concealer, I guess. Did I say concealer? I didn't say concealer. Oh, Julie Cassidy asks, I like fruity ice creams like raspberry, cherry, peach, pineapple, blackberry. What are your flavors? Chocolate, dairy-free fish food, anything dairy-free, chocolate, salted caramel, vanilla. Yeah. Alicia asks, our fashion video annoying to make? Yes. Yes, back to the whole haul thing. It is a whole different setup for me in terms of the filming situation, the lighting situation. My carpet is dirty. I'll be like, you know, the pets are afoot. It's I don't have the space dedicated to other channels that have like a really pretty bathroom with a big mirror, and then they just, you know, do their little try-ons and that kind of thing. I need to like vacuum my carpet and get something kind of cute set up, like a cute corner of my room that I can use as a sort of fashion area would be awesome. Oh, and then Cece again asks, how are you and Hubs adjusting to empty nest? Good, actually. So our son has a later start to his quarter at school, so he's still here. He's leaving soon. And I am happy to get the kids' stuff out of the house. I think adopting the pets last year were a really good distraction. My husband he's really good with his hobbies. He's really, he gardens, he coaches kids for soccer. He loves Legos, and and I think that we get along well because we both respect like the alone time that we know that I like alone time. I know he likes alone time. But then we also like having just like our time together where we're watching stupid TV or, you know, soccer matches or something, movies. So yeah, it was really weird last year. But I think of finally, you know, just having us in the house. But the pets give an energy, so it doesn't feel like the house doesn't feel quiet because of that, of the dog and the, you know, so it's good actually. And I think that since the pandemic, we're getting back to socializing. So I think we're going to do more things where, whether it's concerts or dinners or date night, and because we didn't really do that last year. Well, this was fun. Wasn't this fun? I hope so. Thank you. Thank you so much for indulging me and letting me talk about myself. And if you want this again, let me know. If you never want me to do this again, let me know. I hope you have subscribed, and you know, tell your friends, and let me know how you're doing, and follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you next time. Bye.